started with a phone call, not a message, not an email, a voice. "Dad, I need help." It sounded exactly like his son. Same tone, same hesitation, same fear. You could hear the panic in his breathing. And in that moment, nothing felt fake. Nothing felt suspicious. Because when someone you love calls you like that, you don't question it, you react. And by the time he realized the truth, everything was already gone. In 2025, scams didn't just get smarter, they became personal. No more broken English emails, no more obvious fraud, just a phone call that sounds exactly like someone you trust. A new kind of scam, powered by artificial intelligence, designed to do one thing: exploit human emotion. Voice cloning used to sound robotic, unnatural, easy to spot, but that changed. Today, AI can recreate a human voice from just a few seconds of audio, a clip from Instagram, a random video on YouTube, a voice note you forgot you sent. That's all it takes. AI studies the tone, the rhythm, the pauses between words, even the way someone sounds when they're scared, and then it recreates it perfectly. Not just the voice, but the emotion behind it. Scammers quickly realized something. They didn't need to hack accounts anymore. They didn't need passwords. All they needed was your voice. They began scanning social media, looking for families, collecting audio clips, building digital versions of real people. Then they waited for the right moment, the right target, the right situation, and when everything aligned, they made the call. Michael was a 52-year-old father living in Texas, a normal life, a stable job, a close relationship with his son. One evening, his phone rang. Unknown number. He almost ignored it, but something told him to pick up. "Dad, it's me." The voice was shaking, weak, panicked. "I've been in an accident. I need money right now." Michael froze. His heart started racing. Everything felt real, too real. There was no doubt in his mind. This was his son. The caller spoke fast, urgent, desperate. "No police, please. I just need help." Michael didn't think. He didn't verify. Because when fear takes over, logic disappears. He grabbed his phone, opened his banking app, and transferred $8,000 within minutes. His hands were shaking, but he felt relief. He believed he had just saved his son. An hour later, the front door opened. His real son walked in, calm, confused, completely fine. No accident, no emergency, no phone call. That's when everything stopped. The silence, the realization, the fear. The voice was never real. Scammers had cloned his son's voice, using videos from social media, moments that seemed harmless, birthday clips, casual recordings, fragments of a life turned into a weapon. They didn't just copy how he sounded, they copied how he felt, the panic, the urgency, the fear, because emotion is what makes something believable. And emotion is what makes people act. Cases like this are growing fast across the US and globally. Families receiving calls from voices they recognize, parents, children, partners, all fake, all generated by AI. Some lose thousands, others lose their life savings, all because of a few seconds of audio taken from the internet. But the money isn't the worst part. It's the trust, broken, shattered, the realization that you can't rely on your senses anymore, that hearing a familiar voice doesn't mean anything, that the people you love can be used against you. This is the world we're entering, a world where voices can be copied, where identity can be faked, where reality can be manipulated. So the next time your phone rings and you hear someone you love asking for help, pause, take a breath, call them back, verify, because in this new reality, even the most familiar voice can be a lie. What makes this even more dangerous is how invisible it is. There are no masks, no suspicious behavior, no obvious signs of a scam, just a normal phone call in a normal moment that turns your entire life upside down. Scammers don't rush randomly. They observe, they study patterns. They wait until you're distracted, tired, or emotionally vulnerable. A late evening call, a stressful day, a moment when your guard is down. Because that's when people stop thinking and start reacting. And that's exactly what they want. As Michael sat there after sending the money, he replayed the call in his head. Every word, every pause, every breath. It all felt real. He could even remember the way his son used to sound as a child. And somehow, this voice matched that memory. That's what made it so convincing. It didn't just sound like his son, it felt like him. And that's something no one prepares you for. In some cases, victims don't report these scams, not because they don't want justice, but because they feel embarrassed, ashamed. How do you explain that you were tricked by your own child's voice? How do you convince someone that what you heard wasn't real? This is what makes AI scams different. They don't just steal money, they break confidence. They make people question their own reality, and once that trust is gone, it's almost impossible to rebuild.